want to talk about how aging pop stars and R&B stars are shining through over the young pop acts in terms of performance, in terms of just look, in terms of attitude, in terms of star power, presence, regalness, all of this. It came to mind when I saw Toni Braxton's performance on the American Music Awards, being that Toni Braxton, I believe, is almost 50 years old. She looked beautiful. She looked stunning. Her voice was pitch perfect. She had the elegance and class and royalty that it felt like she was high-priced entertainment. And the thing is that you cannot buy that. That comes with age, wisdom, and industry experience, which she's had since 93 or maybe even 92. So she's had almost 30 years of success as a pop and R&B star, selling millions of records. But not only Toni Braxton, you got Janet Jackson, who is 53. She's killing the game with her constant performing, doing tours everywhere. She's been touring for 5 years with a new baby, and she's basically has redefined what a pop star should be at the age of 53. I can't say Madonna because Madonna has recently gotten booed. Madonna is doing too much. I'm talking about aging gracefully and aging in a way that's respectable, and that is basically what this video is about, using Janet Jackson and Toni Braxton as examples. When you have younger performers that are coming into the game, I would say Beyonce, but she's been around for 20 years. Then you have, she's almost 40. And then you have Lizzo and all these pop stars like Lady Gaga. She's been around 10 years. You have, who else is a female pop star? Let's see. You got Adele, Shakira. Let's see, who else? J-Lo, she's been around 20 years too at this point. It's so many that even J-Lo, so many of the older, like almost 50 pop stars are outperforming the younger acts, and they're doing it effortlessly. They're performing better in a way that is showing what the new generation is missing. And I would say it's talent. They're missing talent. They're missing the development of an artist, which they had when they were younger. They were always developed. They might have had an album that didn't do so well, but then they had another album, then it got better and better and better. Janet, as an example, she came out when she was 16 as an artist, even though she's been around for 10 years prior to that. So she has a total of about 47 to 48 years in the industry, and she's 53. So she kind of cheats because she started so young. So she has all these decades of success, and she's almost 10 years younger than Madonna. So that just lets you know how long Janet has been famous. And I'm not talking about the old stars, like the legends, like Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about more so the 50 and up to where Madonna is, who is about 60 years old or 61 years old. These pop stars, with the exception of Madonna, they're doing things in a way that is making the ageism be redefined, because if these older chicks are really performing and outperforming these younger chicks, the younger chicks are not taking note. I mean, you have some standouts that have been in the game just trying to make it, like Lizzo. She's a great performer. You have Lady Gaga and all of that, but there's still a difference. And it's the time. They don't have 25, 30, 40 years in the game. And that comes with a different type of, that's a different taste. That's a aged wine, you know. That's more of a precious item. And I think that with the fusion, hip hop, R&B, pop, things have been diluted. So sorry about that. Being that people have to work to become successful in the industry, be developed, a lot of the fusion art, pop, rock, R&B, all of that together in hip hop has almost made it like they work less to attain a hit, because you can have a hit by doing just a hook and be a big star. Rihanna can be on a Kanye West song and it be a number one hit, or an Eminem song and she's only saying like a couple of bars of the hook, but she gets the credit as a full number one. So even Rihanna doesn't have to work as hard because the hits are easy to attain, being that you're collaborating with other artists. So it's not fully your song, it's not fully your ideas and, you know, all of that. Versus before, these people had full songs by themselves. They had to write songs. It might have taken them days or weeks to write a good song or a hit song. These new artists don't have to do that, and they can thrive in the digital world with streams, and albums don't sell like they used to, and streams count, being booked counts. Now they're just touring more, I believe. I believe that a lot of the artists that come out are touring more. So if they come out with a hit, you don't see them for a year or two. But even if you didn't see them and they only had one hit that wasn't really a big hit, it wasn't number one, it wasn't top 10, what it is that it can thrive on streaming platforms, and they could be performing at festivals and doing shows every night for a year or two, making 50 to 60,000 a night of performing. So they're amassing mass amounts of wealth without a catalog, without having hits. You could get 100 million streams on one song and not be a premier artist, but make millions of dollars. They couldn't do that back in the day. You couldn't shortcut the success route like people are doing right now, and that's what I believe they're doing. Sorry, I'm driving to work, and you know, anyway, that's what they're doing. And you let me know what you think. Aging pop stars killing the game, like male or female. You know, it was the BET actually Soul Train Music Awards, like R&B Cypher and Carl Thomas sang, and it reminded me that, you know, he came out in 99, I believe, with So Emotional, the album, and he had that one song that was a huge hit, I Wish I Never Met Her. But then him as an artist, then I thought he was like shy, maybe even boring, maybe even like little too quiet, a little too. And then I had saw him one year, and it wasn't this year on the Soul Train. It was another year he did it. He was on the Soul Train Awards, and he did like some tribute to an artist. But he killed it. Like, he had personality, he had performance, he had everything that a seasoned artist would have. But it's weird because I never knew that he could even perform like that. And I think he would have been more successful if they would have pushed him as more of a performer, because he definitely puts on a show, which I was surprised. So now every time I see Carl Thomas on something, I remember how it hit me, and it was like 15 years later that it hit me that way. This nigga can perform. Like, this nigga's an artist. Like, but here's the thing. It's so many out there, and I don't understand. Like, I'm an artist myself, but I'm a writer and director and all these actor and whatever. But I think you gotta study the greats to be great. Like, you got to do what they do and put your own spin on it for it to really blow up and really pop. I think you need to do that. But these artists are not taking the time. A lot of their fans are calling them legends, like Pat LaBelle or Glass Nine's a legend. Like, they've been in the game 50, 60 years. You trying to tell me you had 1 or 2 hits, now your fans are calling you a legend? And you that makes no sense. But that's the way they do. They water down the achievement level of things to make them less important, so they won't be looked at as anything less. But when you got Tony Braxton, Janet Jackson, all these people, J-Lo about to do the Super Bowl, you got all these people that's about 50 or more killing the game, putting on a show, getting residencies sold out. It's redefining what an aging pop star is. But it's not a bad thing to be an aging pop star, because if you're gonna outshine the rest, aging pop star is a good title then. So you let me know. My name is Darrell. I have a book coming out called The Brown Paper Bag Boys and the Colorism Experiment. I also have a book called Scared of Light, The Dream Memoirs of Russell Banks. Go to my website, scareofthelight.com. And we'll talk more about different things. Follow my social media handles. And please remember to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you won't be a part of the future contests. And, I definitely respond to everybody at this point. I haven't gotten big enough not to. So you let me know what you think. Are aging pop stars killing the game? I believe they are. All right, talk to you later. Peace.